Welcome to our weekly show, The Leading Force, where we present the leading South Asian organizations in North America who have done extraordinary contribution to our community. US is truly world's #1 country when it comes to architectural brilliance, engineering excellence, or technological advancements. US is truly the engineering wonder of the world. Initial years reflect on infrastructure and buildings. You could look at World Trade Center at one time. Today you look at Empire State Building, you look at Sears Tower, you go to airports, bridges, tunnels, highways. Everything reflects engineering brilliance. And in the 70s, with the advent of fiber optic, computer, US advanced in the technological and IT industry, followed immediately by communication. Initial immigrants from India were either medical professionals, architects, or engineers. Most of them came in the 60s or early 70s. And based on some estimates, we have almost 300,000 architects and engineers in this country, whether they be from the most well-renowned IITs, top engineering institutions, or architectural institutions. They have all done our community a lot of pride. Today we present in our show, The Leading Force, one such organization, Society of Indo-American Engineers and Architects, also in the brief called SIAEA. This organization, through education, licensure advocacy, leadership training, multidisciplinary networking, and outreach, Society of Indo-American Engineers and Architects enhances the image of its members and their ability to ethically and professionally practice engineering and architecture. This organization is truly happening, leading and growing every year by year. This organization was actually formed in 1981 when, through a single phone call, 2 individuals formed it. And with us today, we have the President of Society of Indo-American Engineers and Architects, Mr. Nayan Parikh.
Thank you, Sunil. I'm a president for the society. I'm also the president for the Ashno International, very successful general contractor in New York City.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
I'm Mihir B.Patel. I am president-elect of SIAEA, and I will be taking over from Nayan from 2013 and 14. And I am a president of Monpet Construction Inc. We do state and federal projects also.
My name is Samir Shah. I am current secretary for SIAEA. Our current term is 2011 to 2013. I work closely with our president, Nayan Parikh. Also, I am a program director for City of New York, Department of Design and Construction, handling fire department work.
Fantastic. Welcome again to the show. In this segment number 1, first we'll talk about the history of SIAEA. Like I was earlier talking, Nayan, that
Yes.
there were 2 individuals, Mohan Jethwani and Seetal Daryanani,
Yes.
who in a chance phone call thought of creating this organization, and then 30 more visionary got together and built this organization and founded it 30 years ago.
That's correct.
Tell us a little bit about this organization, how it has covered this journey of 30 years.
Okay, like you said, Sunil, Mohan Jethwani and Mr. Daryani started this organization, and they always thought that we should have kind of organization that we all can share our ideas, share our intelligence, and share our skills. So Mohan Jethwani made this phone call. There were like 25 to 30 engineers. They all got together, and they started their first meeting in somebody's house, and they were bringing the home-cooked food, and they said, who are you, who are you? And that's how they started. And now the organization, in 30 years, we have more than 1,200 members. Our annual gala events happens at a place like Grand Hyatt's. Plus we do a lot of other activities like regular seminars, networking events. We do our annual cruise.
We'll come to that, Nayan, as we go
Right,
along.
yes.
But
Thank you.
once again, touching on this 30 years, you know, Indians in North America were hardly like 500, 600,000 in 1980s, probably 89 there were 900,000, and every year they have grown by 1 million people.
That's correct.
And like I said, from some estimate there are almost 300,000 engineers. So there should be a huge organization behind this. First, you guys are engineers, and the mind is so engineering type.
Yes.
What is the overall organization? Tell us, you are the president, I know he's the secretary and the president-elect. I'm sure there is at least 20, 30, 40 more people behind who make things happen month after month, day after day, year after year. Give us a little bit of insight to it.
See, the organization is made of pretty much 20 dynamic people, including our past president, Ravi Shenoy, myself, Mihir, Samir, plus we have treasurer, secretary, and the executive committee members. They work very, very hard on a daily basis to take this organization to the next chapters. And as far as activities and as far as getting more members, like you said, we have 300,000 engineers in this country. We're trying to reach out to them. It's been very, very difficult task, but we've been trying to reach out to engineers all over the country. We had a few activities, and when I'll go into the detail, I'll explain to you how we have reached out to them, and we had tremendous success into getting them together.
Now, Samir, you are the secretary, and you probably are the backbone for the president, because he has the vision and he wants to execute it, and then you take it forward to all the members. How much time it takes you for every day, every week, maybe every month?
Believe me or not, besides my full-time job, I probably spend good 2 to 3 hours on a daily basis, lot of emailing, lot of continuous communication with my president. It's rather, nowadays things are a lot easier because we used to have only phones. Nowadays I have a text message. If Nayan is busy or I am busy in the meeting, we text each other. If Nayan says call me, I will tell Nayan, give me half an hour and I'll call you back. Then we have emails. So we have variety of things, but there is a constant communication going to handle an organization with 1,200 people and with activities. What we do normally, that a lot of organizations, they go on a vacation during the summertime. Actually, during summertime, we are a lot busier because we have a lot more activities. Besides our technical seminars, we have picnic in the summer. We have our annual cruise event, which is a very successful event where all the networking takes place in the tri-state area.
Yeah, we'll touch those points. Yes. Because it's a lot of things that the organization does for the engineers or the people who want to be engineers or students. So this is about 20 to 30 people. Yes. On a day-to-day basis, and again credit goes to the engineers. Right. Who have been able to invent this kind of technology. Right. So that we have emails and SMS and telephones that we can connect with each other without even seeing each other for sometimes for months.
Absolutely, but going back to the planning phase, every small activity needs planning and a big coordination, especially between the president and the secretary. And whether it's a technical seminar, we talk about, do we have a attendance sheet for all of the guys, and do we have the food order, do we have the screen, we have the projector, we have the PowerPoint presentation, did we get all the material for the technical seminar. So that's just an example that it's a tremendous effort just on one activity. How much coordination and communication do we need?
Yeah, again, being engineers, you have an attention to detail. You would not leave anything to a chance, yes. I think. So what are, Nayan, the goals of this organization that started through a single phone call and today with more than 1,000 active members? What is the real goals? What is the mission for this organization?
See, the goals, I think we want to take this organization to the next level, and that next level is we're not there yet. Our community has suffered in the business, in the public work sector work. Like I'll give you an example. A couple of years ago in MTA, they had announced that Indian engineers cannot speak good English, or they cannot communicate well, so keep them out into a certain program. Our organization has fought in the Albany, fought into the MTA, and they restored that now Indian engineers can speak and they can write well English.
Wow.
So that's one example. But moving forward, there's so many issues in so many places that even though we are very smart, very well qualified, but we get undermined very easily because we were not organized before, but now we are very organized.
So
now
one of the things is that the new engineers who come in, they benefit from this organization. So your mission is to ensure that new members get that connectivity, that kind of networking and the opportunity. Otherwise, somebody used to come at the JFK and he didn't know what to do, what to talk, who to go to, for even look for a job.
Exactly.
And or improve their educational skills.
Right.
So essentially, is it totally focused on the organization and engineering people, or also kind of being a bridge between, like you said, a common belief was engineers cannot even speak. So you are now organizing the seminars or the conferences where you probably invite a local politician or a senator or a congressman. He suddenly sees and there is on stage Mihir Patel speaking, engaging 1,000 people. He says, oh my God, I thought you could not even speak. And suddenly he sees the realities. So are you the kind of the bridge?
Yes, you brought very good points, Sunil. In last 5 years, organization really pick up a lot of momentum.
True.
We had David Peterson, the Lieutenant Governor, was our speaker at one point. Bill Thompson, the past New York controller, was our speaker. Sharon Greenberger, who was the president and CEO for SCA, School Construction Authority, she was our speaker. John Liu is the current controller. He came and spoke on our event. And most of the senators and congressmen. So yes, we are being a bridge for the community. We are sending a message that we are there. And when you can fill up 800 people in Grand Hyatts in such a weak economy, it's not that easy job. But because we serve a lot of menus.
You're talking about the annual event, and we'll come back to that again.
Sure.
So essentially, as you know, Mihir, since you are a president-elect who is like a shadow president in the making, and of course you work day in and day out for the last so many years, so the mission is to make sure you are the bridge between the engineering community and the common and the newly arrived immigrant who may be an engineer looking for any opportunity, so you provide some kind of a guidance to them. 30 years is significant time. I do understand that society has generally been restricted to the East Coast, but still there are obviously some extraordinary achievements. Just give us few, 2-3 big achievements that you just started touching earlier.
Yes.
Now let us know, let our viewers know, let the whole world know, what are those achievements that society has made in the last 30 years?
Okay. See, first of all, like I didn't mention in the last comment, we went to Columbia, we went to Rutgers, we went to NJIT, we went to all good colleges and did our technical seminars. So we reach out to every Indian young engineers and show them our existence, show them the strength of our organization and how we can help. For example, I have 5 employees in my company right now. They all are young engineers. I filed for their H1 and I found them through the organization. Just like that, our past president Ravi Shenoy, he has a few engineers working for them. So that was the first achievement, that we share the information and we make sure that every engineer in our community has a job, or at least we try to make sure that that person can survive and sustain in this tough time. That was our first achievement. Second achievement, we also do networking among ourselves. So let's say if you are an IT engineer and if you're looking for help in your business, our society has a regular newsletter. We publish that requirement. We always find that there is someone who is looking for IT engineer, there is someone who is looking for software engineer. Or let's say I'm a general contractor. If I'm looking for roofing contractor, I go through the organization, so the business stays within the community, and business we can share to each other. So that's another achievement. Second thing, we've been presenting ourselves a lot in Albany, because
which is what you were talking about earlier.
It's so important, because when we went to Albany, me and Mihir, we've been going for last year and a half, and folks in Albany said, you're the first Indians who are coming to Albany. Otherwise, we never know that your communities exist.
This is despite we've been here for like
30 years.
50 years, 40
Yeah.
years, 50 years.
Yeah.
50 years, yeah. They said, we never knew your communities exist. And at one point, I have to add this comment. I felt very embarrassed. We went to Albany, me, Mihir, and a couple of other group. And there was a bill that we need to pass. It's Section 15, some bill for the minorities. So there was some African American, there was Hispanic, Caucasian, and we all need to split and go to our congressman or our assemblyman and talk to them about the bill. So black African Americans said, we will go to our people. Spanish said, we'll go to our people. And they said, you go to your people. And unfortunately, the first time I realized that we don't have anybody.
Yeah. Well, at least the first step is taken. You have an organization which is taking us to Albany. But hold your thoughts right there. We'll be back after we take a break. Stay there.